Hello dear students, welcome back again to Chinmoyee's biology channel. So I think you have already gone through the previous episode of coal and petroleum. So today we are back with the new episode of coal and petroleum part 2. So till coal we have already discussed in the previous lesson. So let's get started with the new episode of today. So what are the learning objectives of today's lesson? So today we are going to discuss about what is petroleum. So what are the process of refining this petroleum and all. We are going to discuss about the fractional distillation. We are going to discuss about the components of petroleum and their uses, and we are going to discuss about the natural gas and its uses, and also the petrochemicals. So petroleum, refining of petroleum, the process of refining, that is fractional distillation, we will discuss components of petroleum and their uses, and natural gas and its uses, and petrochemicals. So in the next episode we will be discussing about the conservation of the natural resources or the fossil fuels. So if you are liking my channel, please do subscribe my channel to get more and more updates on your curriculum, on your lessons, and please do share my channel with your friends also, so that you can also, all of you can learn in this systematic and lucid manner. So stay tuned, stay updated, and keep on subscribing to my channel so that I get motivated to create good content which will be very useful for you all. So let's get started. Now in the last episode also we have discussed a little bit about petroleum. So we have discussed about petrol as a fuel, and it is used in light automobiles such as motor vehicles, motorcycles, scooters and cars. Generally heavy motor vehicles, they are running on diesel, and petrol is obtained as a natural resource, and the natural is called petroleum. The word petrol is derived from petra. Petra means rock and oleum means oil, and it is found in between the rocks. Now petroleum is always now it is formed from the organisms in the living in the sea. So as how it is formed, as these organisms die, their bodies, they settle in the bottom of the sea, they get covered with sand, clay and all, and over millions and millions of years, what will happen? Absence of air, high temperature and high pressure, what they'll do, they will transform these dead organisms into petroleum and natural gas. Now this petroleum and natural gas, they are obtained from the layer containing this petroleum and oil above that of water. Why? Because oil and gas are lighter than water and they do not mix with water, right? So when we are digging down the earth for this petroleum and natural gas, the layer will be obviously above the water. So that diagram we will see down. So the first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania, USA in 1859, and 8 years later in 1867 oil was struck in Makum in Assam, and in India oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai High, and in the river basins of Godavari and Krishna. Now refining of petroleum, if we say that petroleum is a dark oily liquid, so how does it look like? It's a dark oily liquid and it has an unpleasant odor, and it's a mixture of various constituents like petroleum, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin, wax, etc. And the process of this is called the separating of various constituents in fractions of petroleum is done in refining, is known as refining, and it is done in petroleum refinery. So let us look here in this diagram. You can see these are oil wells, and from these oil wells, here you can see first the gas layer is there, then the oil layer is there, and below that the water layer is there. So through the rock layer, impervious rock layer, the through the wells, first the gas is taken out, then the oil is taken out, and below that only is water. Okay, so this is how the petroleum is being obtained and how it is refined in the refineries. The process in petroleum refinery used is the fractional distillation process. So this we are going to discuss in the next slide. What is the process of fractional distillation? So it's not very important for you, but just you should know that process a bit so that it's good for your general knowledge. So we will study this fractional distillation. So this is the process which is done in the refinery. So what is the process named as? The process is named as fractional distillation. So here what is done, the crude oil, we can see the crude oil is being heated in furnace, and there is a tall cylindrical column known as fractionating column. So this column is known as fractionating column, where the fractional distillation is done. This is called the fractionating column. So this column is done, it is called the fractionating column, and till it vaporizes, the crude oil is kept on heating, and the fractionating column, it is fitted with some horizontal trays. It is being fitted with certain horizontal trays as the vapors of crude oil rises, and they are allowed to condense. Okay, so they are allowed to condense to obtain various fractions. So the different components of petroleum, they are having different boiling points. You can see here, some are boiling at more than 350, some are 300 to 350, some are 250 to 300. Like that, they are, all the components of petroleum are having different boiling points. And when a substance is in the gaseous state, it is cooled down and below its boiling point, and it is condensing down into liquid. And since this all different components have different boiling points, we can say that they condense at different heights. So all they are having different boiling points. So at different points only they condense, and they are depositing in this horizontal trays, and thus through this horizontal trays we are obtaining different constituents or different compounds which are obtained through the fractional distillation of process, and these are all components of petroleum. And in the next slide we will be discussing about these fractions of petroleum and their uses in a chart form. So let's move on to the next column, and these are, you can see that this is liquid petroleum gas, that is LPG, which we are using as our gas cylinder. This is petrol or gasoline. This is naphtha. Then this comes paraffin, which is used as a fuel in airplane. Then comes a diesel. Then comes the fuel oil. Then comes lubricating oil, and next last is the bitumen. Okay, so these are all products of fractional distillation. So is it clear to all? So these are all parts of fractional distillation. So let us see what are the uses of different components of petroleum. Now here comes various constituents or components of petroleum and their uses. The first comes the petroleum gas in liquid form, that is LPG, that is used in fuel for home and industry. Next comes petrol, motor fuel, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleaning. Then comes kerosene. Kerosene is used as fuel for stoves, lamps and for jet aircrafts. Then comes diesel. Diesel is used as a fuel for heavy motor vehicles, electric generators. Then comes lubricating oil, which is used as a lubrication. Then comes paraffin wax. It is used as ointments, candles, Vaseline, etc. Then comes bitumen. Now bitumen, what is bitumen used for? Bitumen is used for the surfacing of the roads, and it is used in the paints. So this is all as the components of petroleum and their uses. Now we will move on to natural gas. Now next we are discussing about the natural gas. So natural gas is also a very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport it through pipes. So natural gas is stored under high pressure and it's in the compressed form. It is called CNG or compressed natural gas, which is used in power generation. It is now also being used as a fuel for transport in vehicles, and for less polluting it is a cleaner fuel. So CNG is nowadays used in autos and all, so it is also used in transporting vehicles as it is less polluting. The great advantage of CNG is that it can be used directly for burning homes and factories, and it can be supplied through pipes. So such a network of pipeline exists in Vadodara, some parts of Delhi and other places. So natural gas is also used as a starting material for the manufacture of a number of chemicals, fertilizers, and India has vast reserve of natural gas. Now where is it found? Mainly Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Tripura, Krishna, Godavari Delta region. So these are this is what is natural gas. So now we will concentrate on what are the uses of natural gas in the next slide. So the major uses of natural gas are cooking purposes, and they are used to produce factory power plants and electricity in factories. CNG is an alternative to petrol and is produced by compressing the natural gas, and it is also used in manufacture of steel, glass and plastics, and it is used in the production of ammonia and hydrogen. So these are the main uses of natural gas. Now we will learn a bit about petrochemicals. So, what are petrochemicals? Petrochemicals are chemicals which are derived from the petroleum and natural gas. There are more than 4,000 products of petrochemicals, and they range from simple wax to aviation fuels and raw materials for certain industries, manufacturing commodities such as synthetic rubber, plastic fibers, explosives, polymers, dyes, drugs, pesticides, shoe polishes are provided by petrochemical industry. Now there are several other industries also, like detergents and all. They are also the raw material will be provided by this petrochemical industry. And petroleum and natural gas are generally made of what? They are made up of hydrocarbon molecules. So petroleum and natural gas, they are mainly made up of hydrocarbon molecules. Okay, is it clear? So this is all a bit about all we have completed, mostly petrochemicals. Till petrochemicals we have completed. So in the next slide or the next class, we will be discussing about conservation of fossil fuels and few harmful effects of excessive use of fossil fuels. So till then, you need to stay tuned, subscribe to my channel. If you are liking my channel, don't forget to share it with your friends, like my channel, and please don't forget to share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned, stay updated, subscribe to my channel, and comment in the comment box whichever queries or doubts you are having. So as of today, your this second part of coal and petroleum is completed. Thank you.